it's not clicking. There it goes. Okay. All right. We'll start up with Sunshine. There are a lot of names on this list today, guys. I thought I saw a post while I was at work today about someone else who recently passed too. So I don't know if I've got everybody. Mary Lee has been really helpful on getting me updates for the names she knows, but we had a few passings. Hillary, Lauren's wife, did not pass. He actually resuscitated her. He saved her, but she's still in intensive care.
Well, actually, she went home.
Yeah.
And she's back again. It doesn't sound
right.
Promise.
Anyone else that the club should be aware of, or news on the concerning or consoling side? No. So please keep these families in mind. And, obviously, if we can help anyone, let us know. Bob did not get to make it at this time. Bob is not here because somebody reached out to him about his motor, which is on the for sale page. And he's like, yeah, when can you meet? And the guy's like, I'm halfway from La Crosse. He's already driving, so he didn't really have a choice to tell him not tonight. He said he'd feel bad if the guy turned around and went home. So in replacement for Bob, do we have representation from Kingdom Builders in Pinal here yet?
Yes.
Awesome. Can I have you come up? So I apologize because Bob probably had a little bit more to speak on behalf of your organization. So if I could, with you being our guest, who are you?
My name is Kim Zelko.
If I could have you come over in front of the camera.
I'm one of the board members, very, very active volunteer with our program.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit? I don't know if everybody knows what Pinal does.
Yes, happy to. Fineo was started in 2017, so this is our 9th year in operation. It was started by two pastors, Co-Pastor Deborah Brown and her husband Leon Brown. They saw a need here in Racine in the community, food insecurity, and they wanted to meet that. So they were able to get donors of bread and a few other things and just give them out to the community, anybody. They weren't asking for your paychecks or how many family members you had. And other people saw that vision and started to join as volunteers. It has now grown. It has grown substantially. I've been volunteering now.
Semi-trucks.
Yeah, we have semi-trucks that we run and have to repair, yes. I've been with the program, I believe, 7, 8 years now. And we bring in, last year we brought in 431 tons of food that we handle and get out into the community immediately. We waste nothing. If we have produce that comes in that's maybe not good, we have farmers that want it for their chickens, for their goats, for their horses, whatever. We make sure that we utilize everything. It all goes to the community. Anyone in the community, it's not income based. You can be making $500,000 a year, but maybe you want to pick it up. Maybe you have an elderly neighbor that could use this, or a family in need of a school. You can come and you can pick up this food. The program is incredible. We work so hard. We're there every day except Thursdays, handling this food, putting a smile on our face, distributing to people. Some of the really neat programs, we have the Kingdom Manna, which gives out to anybody in the community. Like I said, I welcome you all to join our page, follow us, sign up once in a while. It's totally fine. We put a smile on our face and we will serve you. But we also have two other really important programs too. We have our Serving Our Seniors. Serving Our Seniors is for people that are 65 and older. Doesn't matter where they're coming from, okay? It makes no difference. It doesn't matter their income. They can come. They can pick up on Tuesdays and Fridays, and they're sent home with a wagon. They bring their own wagons. We tell everybody, bring your own wagons, bring something that, we fill up these wagons and we send them out on Tuesdays and Fridays. We serve hundreds and hundreds of seniors on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and it's amazing because then they can have their money for their mortgage or their rent or their medications that they can't afford, heat. There's always expenses. The other program that we had that was one of the founding people is my son, who is 39 years old, and he has a brain injury. He's in a power wheelchair. He wanted to spend time with children. He wanted to get out in the community. He has no friends. He wanted people to like him for him. He has a brain injury. He started a Feel for Thought program. That program, for probably 2 years, we would have 5 or 6 children come every Wednesday night. We would give them books. We would read to them. We did some little things. That program has exploded. It's absolutely exploded in 6 years. Paula and I just came from that program tonight. It's every Wednesday. I do a live every Monday. It's educational. We cook with the kids. We do crafts with the kids. We have units. We do some reading. We have parties with the kids. We do everything with these children. It's 1 hour, but it's educational. It's fun. These kids have friendships. All kids ages 4 through 10 are welcome. It's a free program. When these families leave, we send them home with a big box of groceries that helps to sustain them. The groceries are amazing that they take home. We send them home with prizes. They do toy shopping. We have banquets for them. So we cover pretty much everybody. I can't think of anyone that we don't cover that we're not going to welcome in. We never run out. We're going to make sure that there's always room for you. I think the important thing is that more people need to know about us in the community because it's a huge need. There's huge needs. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Encourage them to look us up, sign up, come. It's free. We do ask for donations if people can do it. We get no federal funding. We have no state grants. All volunteer run, and we operate on only donations. We run some semi-trucks. They use a lot of gas, a lot of repairs. They're not new. None of us are young anymore, but we eat by. Sometimes the trucks are down, but we still figure out a way and we get it done.
Jim, does that sound familiar? Fully volunteer operated, no federal funding?
Yeah, it's rough. It's really hard.
We got you.
Yeah, it's really, really hard for all these programs. I mean, each one of them is, we all work together, but somehow we make it happen.
On behalf of Salmon Unlimited Wisconsin, and because of the success of Salmon-A-Rama, which is fully funded volunteer event where our proceeds from the festival help make these possible, we'd like to present you with a check for $1,000 from our grant fund.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out and telling us.
You don't even know what this means to us. We can't raise this money in a month, okay? Our truck expenses are more. It's you know, it means a lot, and we really appreciate it for our community. It's going right back into the community.
Yep. Thank you.
So thank you. So nice.
And our second word, there he is. For many of you, this guy might be a little more familiar. Ish, is he coming up solo, or is Michelle coming up too?
I gotta take pictures.
Yeah. If you know Michelle, you know that she's going to get 40 pictures for you. So
45.
Our second grant that was awarded, this one was requested by Ishmael directly, part of our new grant process. And Ish, if you don't know him, is an avid cuber. So just like we travel around fishing and Ish travels with us fishing, Ish also travels around the Midwest doing cubing competitions. And he wanted to bring that here to Racine. So he's organized Racine's first cubing contest that I've ever heard of. And what's the affiliation? Can you talk about the national affiliation? Who they are?
Put him on the spot.
Do you want Bradley to translate for you? Your mom's dying over it. So what's the organization that collects the registration fees? Who is that? Because I forgot, you told me.
That's the Midwest Cubing Association.
Okay. So how many people are you expecting to attend this event?
Around 100.
So again, grassroots event. How old are you?
13.
13 years old, and set up a tournament for cubing here in Racine. So Ish asked us for a grant, a small one, $300 to cover the operating expenses because all their registration fees go to the National Association. They handle the payouts as a fiduciary for it. But they had a few small operating expenses, and they wanted to get a single sponsor to be able to put on their t-shirts. Just kind of the same way we do with Salmon-A-Rama. So, Bob, welcome. Did you sell the motor?
Yes, I did.
It's a great success night all around.
I'm flying.
Yeah, so Michelle, I don't know who we need to title the check to one of you. Okay, he has an account? All right. So on behalf of Salmon Unlimited, and again, through the success of running Salmon-A-Rama, who I don't know if you know how many hours this guy put in.
We put in a lot.
But it's more than most of the people in this room, maybe more than most of them combined. Ish has been a wonderful volunteer the last couple of years down there for us in different ways. We're happy to support his endeavor too for another community event to get the kids out.
He eats too much.
Young kid, right? So,
Can we get a demonstration?
yeah, did you bring a cube?
Bring a cube?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. All right, good. Why don't you do that?
Oh man, I want to see.
He's pretty good in the back of the boat, too.
All right, I'm going to throw full screen when he does that. And then that'll give me time to go and write the name on the check for Michelle.
So for
They just have events on their website and people just go to that, but we're trying to get more community involvement. You know, I have some friends that are gonna volunteer and help out with the events and stuff instead of all of just the delegates scrambling to put everything together. And trying to get like, different businesses, offering discounts to people that come and just try to have more. I think, well, no, a lot of people haven't been to this game that are going for it, and they've never done anything more than drive through on I-94. So, you know, they're gonna learn about Panorama, they're gonna learn about, you know, a lot of other things to help try to bring more people down. So that's why we're doing a little bit more for than what we normally do.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh!
That's a trick one.
Signed on the logo.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I'll get
That's
that one.
amazing. I can't do it.
I can't tie a weed that fast.
So the sign on the logo is digitally make like a logo for.
Again, if you're watching online, last chance to throw your name up in the chat so we can get you into the members raffle. Last chance for the monthly members raffle. Members need to check in on the comments on Facebook.
So besides, I'll do this off of this.
So it's competition, they keep like a time, you see the first place, second,
Is
everything.
it all just based on time, like how fast it's sold?
Yeah. And it's, I mean, it's done all across the world, different countries and everything. Every 2 years they have the world competition, which was just in Seattle, and then they have it in 2027 in Sweden, which she's hoping to go to.
And the competition, did they all start the same competition or are they randomized?
Scrambles, so they have a computer where somebody physically scrambles them to whatever the computer tells them to scramble it to.
Okay.
And it's all random, they don't know scrambling
I don't just peel the stickers off and put them back on and brain color.
Do you have an actual scramble?
My daughter said she just take them apart.
Are the cubes provided then when you're there, or do you bring your own?
Yeah, you know how we are about our reels and gear ratios and stuff? The technical specs on these cubes are obnoxious.
Those are
This mill
cheap
started
plastic
on
ones.
jingling Josh's like.
Well, we were.
Yeah.
And he's probably patient.
Yeah. So again, thank you and congratulations. Thanks. Welcome. It's not feel free to stick around if you want, but you're not obligated to. So I know Ish and Michelle had somewhere that they had to run to. Same if you want to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Good
much.
luck.
Good job, Nick. Good luck.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
No, thank you, everyone. We truly appreciate it. It means a lot for our nonprofit. And I want to get your name and number for our food for thought. I think you'd be a fun guest speaker.
You gotta polish up the.
Public speaking.
I was gonna say, that's the quietest I've ever heard him. Usually he's talking and they're all gonna pull him in.
Everybody's looking at him.
All right.
Bob sold his motor, so now he can.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna bring up things for sale, but that's the motor that finally went out. The guy drove from west of La Crosse, I think Bob said, and didn't really give him a choice. He was already on his way, so Bob had to meet him. I'm sure he was happy to, though, because that probably funds his gas in the boat or dock for the whole year. So. Jason's boat's still up. I also saw Al from Kenosha is selling a single downrigger. What's the brand that was before Magnum Metals but the same design? Vector. Yeah, he's got a Vector. I was going to throw that up if I had time for $500. Again, if you guys have anything major that you want to have listed up here, just give it to me at least a week before the meeting so I have the chance to throw a picture up and put a little description. But happy
Got
to
a
put some.
Mexican for sale. He makes good tacos.
Bite my tongue. All right, Mike.
You got a green card.
Mike, you want to talk about where we're at with membership as of before today?
All right, right, well, I want to thank all of you who participated in the early membership drive. We got 111 members that came in before the end of January. Since then, I haven't counted them, but I think we've had about a dozen more. If you haven't signed up, there are membership forms over here. Technically, your membership has expired, so let's get current again. And today's
Next slide.
membership drawing is going to be payouts from, or not payouts, but gift certificates from today's speaker down at Lake Michigan Angler.
Yep. So we have two today because we also have the early membership drive raffle, which I think Mike's got that prepped.
That was the next one.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I had the slides out of order for, he didn't give me his presentation speech.
So why don't we do the second one first?
Shoot, we should have kept Isher.
Since you just came over with a couple more members.
We have a volunteer.
Let Rob draw.
Yeah.
This is for the special boat ticket from Samarama.
So what one should we draw for first?
That one.
The special boat ticket?
Sure.
Okay, so first one coming out for special boat ticket.
And winner is Manuel Martinez.
Do you still want to get rid of him?
I'll keep him for
He's worth more now, $375 worth more.
He always wins when he's not here.
All right, and then we have a second one, which is a gear package worth approximately $100.
We'll let you draw.
Let Rob draw that one too, because then people can't be ticked off if I pull it. Yeah, no.
Jim Parquette.
Okay, not here?
Not here.
All right, still obligated, still his for signing up early. So those were the two for the early registrations. A little later,
Is that with it? It's got his phone number and
yeah.
email.
Little later, we'll do the gift certificates. As Mike mentioned, we've got 3 gift certificates that we picked up from Rob, and I put that a little later so we can give Mike. It's a lot, guys, for him to take all the registrants for the raffle every club meeting. So Mary Lee's helping him, and his names are popping up from earlier. I'm trying to write them down and get them over. Miss having Lily here. It was nice having a slave. What's that? You were helping Mike with getting all the registrations in. Anybody been out fishing? On the ice? On the lake? On the river?
There's 18 inches in the harbor.
That's what he said. Yeah, I've seen a lot from the ice fishermen with the browns and that, but I personally have not gone out. Rob, I'm sure you hear more than most
I
of
haven't
us.
been out myself, but a lot of mixed reports from the harbor fishing. Some guys are not catching anything, and some guys are saying they're doing really well. It just seems to be day to day, and you set up in the right spot, you'll get into some fish. But just all the usual stuff, spawn sacks and minnows and everything, some shrimp.
And according to Bradley, ice fishing on the inland waters has been fantastic. There's been a lot of options. He's currently texting more, so I'm going to hold off on that. While he is texting that, though, he does have some more strip card raffles. Jim already had his wiped out before the start of the meeting. Bradley's got more, I believe, for the jackpot series up front here if you want to take a peek on it. He's been getting good panfish and walleye at times. Went to 3 different waterways so far and had great success. Well, that's great, but what waterways? Kind of keeping a little tight lip there.
The names are on a strip card.
They're on the back of the prizes if you win, but you have to pay to get in.
He's not dropping any names.
He is. It's just it takes a little time. I don't think he anticipated piping up about that. So I'll give him one more moment here. Let's see what he's got strip card wise though. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 spots left. 15 a slot, and there's I think 5 spoons and or 6 spoons and looks like 7 flashers. Pretty thick pack. Walleyes and crappie been doing good at night, while gills during the daytime. Again, he's still not saying where. He's missing the point. I don't think he's hearing that. So we'll let it go. If there's anything pertinent, I'll let you know. But he's just talking about what baits, but he's not saying where.
How come you ain't looking at him when you say that?
He didn't hear me the first time. All right, on behalf of that, since we've been targeting Bradley so much, and we got the raffles we talked about, Dan, were you speaking on behalf of it? I did have a message from him too related.
Yeah, as far as the jackpot series, it's just all the dates up there. The one new thing we're doing this year is if a boat comes down and asks about the tournament and they want to get in, they have an option to fish each event for $150 entry fee, and only 2 of the fishermen on the boat will have to be an SU member. But
For
if
the
they
makeup
join a second and third or fourth time if they come back, then all the members on the boat have to be members.
So just know the rules are going to be updated. We haven't gotten those uploaded. They're just finalizing that, and they'll get the rule sheet adopted, and we'll upload it to the website. So no rush on the registration yet. Give them another month, and it'll probably be tightened up. Bradley's commentary, just to make sure his was heard too, because he sent this to me. First of all, I wanted to thank everyone who participated in the recent Super Bowl pool. It was a big success that we ended up, such a big success that we ended up running 2 additional strip cards that got filled very quickly. Last couple days he's been paying out to most people. So if he still owes you money, he knows he still owes RJ Vensois, RJ Gracio, Brad Kruth, and gloves. He got me earlier today. If any of you are here, catch up to him during or after the meeting, and he'll get you your winnings paid up. Now the football season is over. He's moving on to March Madness. He's got 2 strip cards for the championship game up here. $30 a line for a shot to win $250 on each card. One was for the halftime score, and the other's for the final score. It's the same idea. The last digits on each of the score added together, 0 through 9. Whoever has that number wins. And he also has a nice package of flashers and spoons. Apparently that's 3 lines left. I saw Gary Anders, it looks like he got scratched out, but apparently that one must be counting. If you're interested in any of these, stop by and see Bradley when you have time. So yeah, 4 individual events just like before, but the series cumulative is going to go away. It's just going to be 4 individual events. There will be a Master Angler series long cumulative one though, separate, and they have a sponsor for that already. The club is going to pay for the lunches and beverages for the event. Last time we've had some very generous club members and volunteers who've made meals in the past. It just gets really hard with trying to set up, break down, fish, and make the food, or reheat it if you're making it twice for the club. There's a lot going on. So to make it easier, we're going to pull in outside food sources for those lunches. Still only $250 a boat, or as Dan had mentioned, $150 per event if we happen to get stragglers or people interested. Mr. Jim.
And the kids stuff too, remember that?
Oh, well, please.
We got a donation from the SU club also to pay out places for kids and women, vets, or whatever else, so there's actually now more chances to win money. So
there's going to be some neat side programs to try to encourage different groups in.
So if you have kids that want to fish the jackpot series, now there's a benefit to it because now they're going to be getting cash prizes, so there's more.
All right, Jim?
Samarama meetings are in full swing. First Monday of every month, and going into March, it'll be the first and third Monday of the month. Right here at the Fifth Street Yacht Club, the meetings start at 7 p.m. So if you have any ideas or you have any extra time and want to help out, we definitely are in need of some help. This year for a Class A raffle, to be able to maintain paying 10th through 20th place in the tournament, which Todd so actively got started a couple of years ago, the gun raffle got to be too much. We weren't getting the tickets sold on time. It was a struggle to collect the tickets. We were getting way too many tickets returned that weren't being sold, and it turned into a full-time job, and it really shouldn't have to be that way. Not only that, but Todd would have to meet with the people, try to set up dates to pick up their items, which was a total disaster. So to maintain that, what we ended up doing was our Class A raffle this year is a 2026 Polaris Sportsman 570 40th anniversary edition. It is currently on
Yep.
display at Gamino's.
If you want to see it, go get an oil
If you
change.
want to go check it out, stop by Gamino's, check out the four-wheeler, buy a ticket, buy a used car, and make everybody day a little happy. But, there's going to be very limited number of tickets. We're not going to sell endless tickets. I think we're looking at probably between that 650 and 700 range. When they're gone, it's done. The drawing will be at Salmonorama the final day on July 19th. So, again, if you want tickets, get a hold of us or stop by Gamino's. The tickets should be done, I would say, by the end of this week. But that is what we have in store for the Class A. And again, all proceeds go back into maintaining that tournament,
11th
being able to
through
pay 10th through 20th place. So it directly goes back to benefit the anglers. We are still soliciting larger items to donate to raffle off on the final day. And of course, everybody that's familiar with the popcorn raffle, we still are in need of prizes from that $5 to $100 range. So the more we get donated, or the more that we're supported, the less we have to spend, the more that we generate, and the more that we can do in the community, as you've seen over the last few months with us being a little bit more open about all the grants and scholarships we give out and the giving back we do. So that's where we're at.
This is where it comes from. Just as a little motivator on the popcorn raffle type stuff, sometimes it's the things you don't even think of, but they're handy. Mary Lee just sourced some like portable charger banks and restaurant gift certificates. You know, odds and ends. Try to think of the kids and the women too, so that it's a nice diverse mix. It doesn't all have to be guys and outdoor stuff. So keep your eyes out. If you think you got an opportunity for something bigger, want some help, call Jim and I. We'll come in. We're actually going to meet with. I didn't tell you, we are confirmed for Summerfest on Monday.
Yeah, and I didn't announce the other things that I didn't know if some of the grants we applied for have announced it yet.
That's your call, but I can tell you which ones are confirmed. So
go ahead.
Yeah. Right now we have Lynch is obviously on board and confirmed. The bank is on board for.
Fireworks will be happening again.
Yes, fireworks show is happening. The Racine County, Visit Racine County also partnered with us again, which is where the fireworks together come from. Enjoy Mount Pleasant has been a consistent supporter of ours, and they came back again to help us with the entertainment. And we have an outstanding application for CNH for the PVA Vets outing. We're fairly confident that they're going to support us. They're very passionate about that.
If anybody goes to a local places and they want advertising, we do have the list of the bands.
Yeah.
These are not our typical bands. We have a couple of national acts coming.
Yep.
That should draw a pretty big crowd. So if you have a place to hang some, we got some extras here.
Lunchrooms, etc.
Yeah.
We also have letters for donations. Where it's a header letter telling what we are about and basically where you can donate and who you can get hold of.
Jim and I last month went to two events, one from the Chamber of Commerce, RAMAC, and one from Rotary, Founders Rotary here. The first was supposed to be about developing board members and committee members, but we used it as an opportunity to market, to tell people who we were and try to get people interested. We did the same at the second one, which was designed to invoke volunteerism just in general. And I think we spent 3/4 of the time there, just people have no idea all the community give back we do. So like, oh, Salmonorama, yeah, oh, they know that, but they don't realize what the net proceeds of that does, like earlier today. So we spent a lot of time advocating to the community on the different things we do, like the river cleanup, the Weir Day, the grants and scholarships, the buoy, the throw rings, the list goes on. That all comes from this success. All right, this one, a couple months ago, I started getting Facebook posts from a site that they're doing a lot of 3D high definition scans of shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. And I think this came because Lily and I, have a fascination with things going bad on the water. But this is all the ships that didn't make it. For Dales, we could put we'll tell you stories about that, Rob. I don't think you know. So I started mapping on Google Maps every shipwreck that they are posting. And I think I've made these public on Google, but I haven't looked at anyone else's profile, so feel free to look. But I've got to imagine that some of these spots correlate to some of the best spots that I've found fishing in terms of the structure on the bottom. So I'm mapping them on Google Maps so when I go out this summer I can start running through. And then I just happened to talk to a gentleman who's related and dives on these wrecks. He said there's over, just in front of the Racine Reef here, that there's like over 20 noted shipwrecks. Not necessarily named because we're talking schooners from like the 1800s that, you know, are just, but they've gone down and they've located, you know, remnants of these ships down there. So some of the texture that we're seeing is, you know, these objects.
There's one buoy out there right now that marks one.
Is there?
Yeah. It's just south of the South Can.
South of the green can?
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep.
It
It's
used to be
actually,
there. I didn't see it there last year.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
So that, but I found that fascinating. That's the website if you want to go see the map. So this didn't really show up well, but because it's a white coastline, but generically it's like Milwaukee. You can see there's just obviously not directly placed, but I tried to map them out. There's a ton of wrecks in the Milwaukee area. There's more from the Racine area that I don't know about that this guy's got the info on. And he actually might be willing to come and do a speaking event during Salmon-a-Rama on one of those weeknights because they have quite a following. They have a convention that they go to for divers on these historic wrecks. And so he likes the idea of doing one right in front of our harbor with all the wrecks down there.
there's a guy out of Racine that launches a lot that dives.
Yeah.
And he catches a lot of perch spearing. He swims for perches.
He might be the guy. This gentleman that I talked to is from west of Madison. His friend is in Caledonia.
Yeah, he's here all the time.
That's him. They use his boat.
Yeah.
So, all right, it's Christmas time. Mr. Rob, I don't think anybody needs we don't need an introduction for you, but we asked Rob to come up and show us some of the newest gear that's out there. Before I do, I just want to make sure, I see a couple questions here before I jump into that. Oh, your son said leave Dale alone. He's got that all fixed now. Yeah. Sean, what harbors can you ship or fish out of for jackpot? That is launched and based in Racine. I don't think there's a run limit. There's no boundaries. Yeah, no boundaries. So I mean, if you want to run from Racine to wherever you want, but it is a Racine base. We do have boats that motor up from. We've had them from Waukegan, Kenosha, and Milwaukee come up for the start of it. Whether they transient the night before or they come in the morning, either way, you're welcome to join on it. And oh yeah, Matt was actually commenting to clarify. So yeah, I'll flip it over to you, Robin. I'm going to jump kind of back and forth between full screen of you because you brought some gear, as well as that screen so that it shows up well on the broadcast as well.
Sounds good. I'll just go. You have those slides on there?
Yep.
All right, cool. We'll start with that then. Well, first, thanks for having me, everybody.
I did get that other slide in, by the way.
Thanks for coming.
So yeah, Okuma's been revamping things the last couple of years. I don't remember if I was here last year or the year before, but last year they came out with new cold waters that were a major improvement over the old ones, and a new line of rods called the cold water customs, which are pretty nice. This year they redid the convectors. It's an upgraded drag from the old convectors. It's a nicer looking reel, and they actually put on some of them like a little bit of a lip on the frame. So I don't know if you guys have had this problem with the old convectors when you're running wire, like wire down.
Yes.
Wire gets behind the spool pretty easily. So this should prevent that from happening on these new ones. But overall, it's a decent improvement. It's not like a huge improvement, but it's a nicer reel. They kind of need to be done. They come in sizes from 15 to 55, high speed, low speed, with a line counter, without line counters. So there's a lot of different options with these. They do come in left-handed versions from the 30 size down to the 15s, but the bigger ones are all right-handed only. I got the 55 here too. And so far, I know some people in this room have bought some of them from me already. I've had nothing but good reviews. I was able to get these at the end of last summer, like towards the end in August. So we were able to use them. People bought them from me and used them, and so far everybody's liked them a lot. I'll pass these around if you guys want to check them out.
You know your price, you know your price range?
What can you pack in that?
What's that?
Will that fit in my purse?
What price range are you?
So they didn't really go up much, so the smaller ones are in that like $120 range. And then the big one is $150. So just about the same pricing as the old ones were.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
And you said they got the new drag in them, so you don't gotta switch that out?
Yeah, it's a newer drag. It's not as good of a drag as the new cold waters, because they had to give you a reason to pay for a new cold water still.
Tim Highland also asked, what was the max copper capacity on that 55?
I'm comfortable up to 450 on it.
Really?
I know some people will go like 5.
Yeah.
But there's just no backing then.
Yeah.
So I can spool it with a 450 with 150 yards of 50-pound braid backing. And it's tight, but it fits on there.
What weight, braid?
50.
50.
Yep. So
Well, then you can crank the drag down because it's not going to
yeah,
bust it.
normally I like to spool my coppers with 250 yards of 65-pound braid. I like 65 pound, just a little more abrasion resistant. If you're gonna put a board on it, the clips grab onto 65 better than 50. You just can't get enough of it on there with the 450 feet of copper. Really, anything beyond that, I could have brought one. I think I might have brought it in the past. The Solterra is the way to go for the super long coppers.
That's the one you put a 600 on?
Yeah. 600 is the longest I've done on it so far, but I've been selling more and more of those, and I should have brought one. It's such a big reel though that when you're cranking it, it reels it in pretty fast.
Really?
So when
Like a 6-to-1 gear ratio, or
it's
just
a
because
low,
of its
it's
size?
actually a low gear ratio, but it's just because of the size of the spool.
Yeah.
When it starts filling, it fills fast.
Tom Peebles taught me a nice lesson. I went back to back on a 600 of fish, and then it was his turn because I was tired.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he just puts it in the rod holder, and he never even held on to the darn thing, so he got me on that one.
Right. The other side is like they're just switching to
Dude,
electric.
that's what I was going to ask, those Daiwa electrics.
Yeah.
What do they run?
I haven't looked at them in a while. I did look at them quite a few years ago, and just thought it'd be easier for me in the kayak, but they were starting like $1,000.
Yeah.
I know that there's some cheaper ones around now.
Okay.
That I need to look into that, but my sales reps don't really show me the electric stuff because it's not really the market. that they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
And typically they don't come with level lines.
Oh,
So
you got to
most
guide
of-
it the whole time?
Yeah, so most of our fishermen prefer to have a level line, right? So because of that, I don't think it's like a big market for it. But on the other side of the lake, I mean, they're running over 600 feet of copper.
Yeah. Well, their drop off is so much closer to shore. They're like trying to run the bottom in 400 feet.
Yeah, and they're a little more willing to do anything for a fish than we are over here. So the next thing from Okuma is the Diamond Elite rods, and this is a new line of rods, kind of like the middle of the road, but it's really nice. It's actually my favorite series of rods from them. They have 3 different copper rods. They're 2 or 7 foot and an 8.5. So the 7 foot's in 2 actions. Even though they call them both medium heavy, there's one that's lighter than the other. Just a nicer rod, not super expensive. They go for like $80, $79. So they're not much more money than what the Classic Pros are nowadays, like $20 more. But it's a much nicer rod with a gimbal mount on the handle. The all metal guides on this one. Nice and light, nice action to them. And it's just a significantly nicer rod than the Classic Pros. So they come in a 7 foot like this, a 7 foot that's a little lighter that I brought, a 7.5 foot downrigger that's pretty whippy that I brought, 8 foot medium downrigger, and then an 8.6 in medium light, and then 9 for braid divers, a 10 for braid divers, and a couple wire rods. So I brought a couple of them. I didn't bring them all.
Fan.
Yeah.
I fit that fan before.
Yes.
A few times.
Rob, are those the same size eyes as the classics? On those?
Yeah, but they're black instead of the
Yeah, the
stainless.
guides are black.
Yeah, so this is the other 7 foot. It's just a little lighter. So I have some customers that do prefer a lighter rod even on their coppers.
Is that one that you were running 2 falls ago with Jim Stuff?
No. These weren't around yet. So in the video, like the downriggers in that video, he was using ugly sticks.
Ugly sticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, this is just the lighter version of.
That's the downrigger one right there, Rob?
Yeah, this one is. They call that one a downrigger, but It shouldn't be called a downrigger, so I just call it a lighter copper. But yeah, this is a 7.5 foot downrigger, and it's a pretty nice rod. They've actually been my best-selling rods since fall. Out of all the rods that I carry,
They're around 50, 60 bucks, right?
79 bucks.
I like the old diamond one. Is that the old diamond one?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, the blue diamonds.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been a while since they made those.
I know. They're hard to find.
I've got one in the shop that's never been used.
Hold it on.
8-footer.
Put it on hold.
And this right here is their wire setup. This is the 8.5. So this comes in 8.5 and 10. And this one's already spooled up on with a convector. So it's all steel guides and just a roller tip on it.
Yep.
It's nice the way it's.
But yeah, they've really improved a lot of the stuff the last couple of years. So for those that have stayed away from Okuma, I'll take a look at the newer stuff. It's pretty good. And those new, I don't remember if I was here when the new cold waters came out, but the new cold waters are really nice. And I'd say for the money, they're the best reel out there. I've had 4 charters now buy over a dozen from me after using them last year. They just outfit their boats because for the money, you can't beat them. You're getting a drag that's just as good as a Shimano or a Penn Fathom for basically half the price.
Wow.
On the cold waters, you're saying?
Yeah, the new ones. They're not the old ones aren't very good. That's why you can find them for so cheap. Those new ones they're solid reels. They really are. So you go to the next slide.
Yep. I'll go on your command.
And then for last year, I got these Adia split rings. I kind of forgot I had them for a while, but they really took off with
moonshine.
Yeah, with the problems with moonshine, I started selling a lot more split rings. But these split rings are by far the best. I've got a few here. Just super, super strong split rings for their size. You know, like even the little tiny ones, like these, are 100 pounds. And this would be smaller than you'd put on a spoon. This is
like
smaller than any
super
spoons
slim.
come with.
Yeah.
So I sold a ton of these. They're not super expensive. They're like $6-7 a pack for 25 of them. But they'll never straighten out. You'll probably rip it off the back of a spoon before this straightens out. Just like their hooks, just super high quality stuff. Yeah, they went over really well last year, and I just got in a big order of them. So if you need them, I've got them. If you're bored and want to put new split rings on all your spoons before the season starts, now's the time to do it.
I'll buy some tonight.
Actually, a lot of the split rings that are being sold, they're not too good right now.
No, they're not. Those things that's the way to go. It really is. I forgot to bring some of this, but yeah, this is the new Daiwa J Fluoro. Just decent fluorocarbon. It's not super expensive. It's like $16 a spool. Whereas like a lot of the stuff like a lot of the other stuff is pushing $30 for a spool of 200 yards. So pretty good stuff for the money. You can't really go wrong with it. And it comes up to 25 pound, where a lot of them stop at 20. So that's kind of nice.
Perfect for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you like that better than the P-line?
Well, they're both pretty good. I don't know if one's really better. I always use the Fluoro Clear from P-Line, and I like that. It's a copolymer, so like for casting, it casts really well.
Right.
I never had any problems with trolling it, but I know guys that have. And I know there's other P-Lines, I just haven't used them all yet.
I usually use the polypure one too. I
Yeah.
like that one, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Rob had me switch to J braid even for the braid line, and I'm in love with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good
Pro
stuff.
anymore.
So I know like early in the spring, I know I use a lot of Brad's Thin Fish and like the old Storm ones with the wide body. They've been really good for me, even in the late fall, especially around here. I know a lot of guys use like the purple Thin Fish and the red Thin Fish because they catch browns, they catch cohos and everything. But they haven't really come out with new colors in like forever. So there's been a lot of the custom like thin fins out there with the thinner blank, and I've never really liked those too much. But Ice Strong came out with their own Thin Fish with the wide bodies, which I like. So it's got the better action. They don't wash out as much. Like they'll go back and forth, but they're not going to roll over like some of the thin ones will.
So they're pretty speed tolerant then?
Yeah, and there's like 36 colors of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I've lost track of which ones are the new colors and the old colors, but there's endless colors, really good colors. So now there's a lot of options. I grabbed a bunch of them.
I got the whole wall on the picture too.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite one? Color?
The one I don't have, I forgot to order.
That's not a good
So there's
salesman.
one- I
Which one
like-
do you got the most in stock? That's your new favorite.
I like that one a lot right there. And then this one right here. But there's a gold one with a red back that I use. And I like that one quite a bit. That one's not much different than the Brad's, but yeah, he's got tons of colors. I think I gotta get like 8 more to get them all. I got this and 8 of them at the moment. Yeah, what's that picture here? But yeah, I sold a ton of them down in Indiana. They were going crazy for them last year. So keep these in mind if you're looking for some different colors too. They were really good this past fall. I know guys that were trolling them at the bubbler here and doing pretty well. Catching some pretty nice steelhead on them, like in November and early December. So they're definitely worth using. And you can cast them as well. And that's the one thing I don't like about the Storm knockoff ones that are thin is you can't cast them. So if you're going out on the docks in Reed Point, you're in the river, you can cast these things fairly well and still catch fish on them.
How far do they dive casting?
It's casting about 4 feet. Yeah, and I think trolling, you maybe get them 6 with enough line out. We're typically using heavier line trolling, so it kind of kills it a little bit. But yeah, they're really good baits. It's not too often I get, other than spoons, that I'll get like that many colors of something. So, definitely we'll go to the next one. And then, not really new, but kind of being reintroduced to Lake Michigan Angler are the Yak spoons. They've taken off again. When we first opened the store, we had them, and then eventually didn't restock them. But they're really taking off. They're a really good alternative to stingers. Like, you know, typically later in the morning, sun's up, it's time to run stingers, and these work just as good as stingers at that time of the day, and they're easier to get. Because like stingers become a bit unreliable the last few years. So I need to get a certain spoon, and they've stopped making like all the good spoons. Like HUD specials, I have to get custom made now, and all that. So so far, these are always available.
The fireball with the copper-backed fireball with the dingleberries is one of our favorite spoons. I bought one when we were over in Manistee, and now I have like 4 of them.
Yeah, it's a really good spoon blank. I'll be getting more. This was just like a quick order to get in time for Captain Dan's class at the at the store.
I didn't know they had roasted goose too.
But we'll be getting some of the other blanks as well. I mean, he makes endless spoons. It's kind of crazy how many different colors and blanks. There's 4 or 5 different blanks. The big magnets kind of remind me of the old Denny's glow spoons, if you remember those. They have that same finish to them, so they'll be back as well.
What make of wires?
That is Morgan's.
And how many strand?
7.
7.
Yep. I like Morgan's and Blood Run. They're the same wire. Morgan's and Blood Run. And the only difference is the sticker on the side. Those are my favorite wires.
Is that what you carry at the store?
Yep. Yep. And I have Torpedo too, but I like this more.
I just felt it. I like it. It seems real. It's thin and very limp.
Yeah, like I just tie a knot at the end, and it doesn't fray. Like when I get the big, 10,000 foot spools for spooling up reels.
Yeah.
And I don't have to like tape off the end or anything. It won't fray. Some of the other stuff out there. It frays.
Yeah, you cut it. You got to. And I'm having an issue with mine. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. I had the Malin and the Mason over the years, and this is all I carry now, other than Torpedo. Torpedo's pretty good, but I like this more. And I know some people like the 19 strand, but when that stuff frays,
it goes nuts.
It breaks. It goes bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to retie mine quite regularly just to, because once it shows one fray, you're gonna eat Dipsy and everything's going.
Yeah, and that 19 strand is significantly thicker than this. So it doesn't fit on the reel the same way. So like that reel is 1,000 feet of wire, but there's still 60 yards of 30-pound mono underneath it to get it to fill up all the way. But if you take the 19 strand 1,000 feet, you'll have some extra line on the spool. And when you think about that, that's going to kill your depth, right? You're not going to be able to get down as deep with the same amount of line. So that's kind of why I still sell it. That 19 strand is incredibly expensive now too.
Yeah, it's pricey. I bought it quite a few years back, but I'm tired of losing dipsies.
Yeah.
What brand was that?
The wire?
Yeah.
Morgan's. Yeah. The Morgan's and Blood Runner are the same wires, just a different label on the side. You can't go wrong with either one of them. Morgan's is usually a couple bucks less for the exact same thing. But yeah, they're both.
Are those actually
really
two
good.
different companies then? Or
Yeah, they're different companies. So all wire.
I know they were.
All the wire comes from one wire factory in Indiana. So if you buy copper that's Blood Run, Morgan's, any of the copper companies, Howie's, it's all coming from the same place in Indiana. So
Okay.
they don't, like, no one's making their own fishing line. They can just buy it in bulk. So I'm not supposed to know that.
Yeah. But let's talk.
I'm not supposed to know that. I figured out where to get it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it all comes from the same place. I think Torpedo comes from somewhere else, but other than that, these are some of the new beaver spoons. I think I forgot to put one in there, but for this year, so I've got those up here as well. Last year, the beaver's lures really took off. I sold tons of them. I would fill up my end cap and it'd be gone in 1 weekend. And I'd be stuck waiting 3 weeks to get another order of them. But yeah, they're made in the UP. The girl's name is Caitlin Beavers. It's a high quality spoon. The paint stays on. Good components. She upgraded the hooks for this year, so they're a stouter hook on there. But overall, it's a good globe. And they catch a lot of fish. I think I got one in the Alien Breath was my best one last year. I think there's one in there that's going to get passed around. But it's basically the same as that purple one, the Voodoo, both green spots and the gold eyes. That was definitely my best spoon out of hers last year. And I think it was the whole second half of the summer on a long copper. That was our best spoon. We either had it on a long copper or we'd have it on an SWR, one each trip. But they were really good spoons. So yeah, these are just some of the new ones for this year.
Mr. Chrome.
And then I didn't have all the Mr. Chrome stuff, and I just saw he just sent me pictures of more of it today and yesterday. But these are a couple of the new spoons and a couple of the new flashers. But this was my best-selling spoon brand of last year. I sold more Mr. Chrome than I did anything else, even Moonshine and even Stinger. He did a lot of customs for us, so that kind of bumped those numbers. Because whenever I get a custom, I'd get like a couple hundred of each color and each size, and those would sell out in like 4 days. But so that kind of like skews things a little bit as far as sales go. But another guy making good spoons, he comes up with good patterns. He's up in the UP as well, just like the Beaver spoons. But yeah, here's the new flashers for this year. So those will be here. I've got a custom order for custom spoons that'll be here, 4 different custom spoons in about a month. I'm gonna try and get these before that though. So, but yeah, just his name's Mason. He's a really good guy, good person to deal with, good person that comes up with new stuff all the time. So I would definitely, if you haven't used any Mr. Chrome stuff, I would check it out. I know the first couple brawls last year were one using Mr. Chrome, the Letner Rip, and I think the slime shrimp. That's the sunburnt shrimp. That was good early season last year for Cadence. But yeah, that was. Did I bring one? I did bring that one.
Between.
That's this one right here. I'll pass those around as well.
Throw that one up by the camera real quick, just so they get a good view since it's not on. There you go. Okay. Yeah, thanks to our club vice president Jason Buckman. I've gotten to try a whole selection of Beaver and Mr. Chrome.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
He's a big fan. I worry about his financials.
Who was that?
Buckman.
Oh.
He has bought a lot of both brand stuff. Yeah.
So the new slide diver is basically, it operates kind of like the regular slide diver. It's just a little less clunky. It's pretty nice though, but Shane, the owner of Dreamweaver, fished them all last year and fine-tuned them, so they do work pretty good. They're just a little easier to use than your regular slide divers. But they stay on the line just like the old ones. And then the other thing they're coming out with is a new arm for the Ninja boards. So if you want your board to pop and release, the new arm is the way to go. So the Ninja boards run really nice, they don't dive, but for those of you that like to pop your board and release it, it's not really the board for you because it stays on.
Yep.
So now you have that option with a Ninja board.
Do they just dangle down then at that point?
I haven't, yeah, I think so, but I haven't gotten to see one yet.
Okay.
He told me all about it.
That's what I was looking forward to seeing today.
I know, and I figured, like, when we talked about coming here and speaking, I figured by now I'd have it, but they're not available to order. But
Is
yeah.
it? Do you know if they're intending on selling it as a whole board or a swap out kit for that component?
That I don't know, but knowing Dreamweaver, it'll probably come both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually how they do things. So.
All right.
Yeah. Trying to think what else that I don't have. I don't have those. And then Fishhawk is coming out with a new Fishhawk this year, the new TD and a full unit. So the TD will be rechargeable and it'll hook up to your phone so you can keep track of everything on your phone. The full unit, that one will hook up to your phone as well, and it'll also connect to a cloud. So if you choose to participate in the cloud, you'll be able to see everybody else's water temperatures that's using the new Fishhawk as well.
Wow.
So
okay.
in
That's
all in
pretty
real
clever.
time.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool thing. The screen on it's more like a cell phone screen. It's updatable, and it will also work with a new throttle control called AccuTrol. And that throttle control is more like cruise control for your boat.
Yeah.
So you could just type in, I want to go 2.7
At the ball.
at the ball,
Yeah.
or whatever. It doesn't have to be at the ball, but if you want it linked up to the Fishhawk,
Yeah.
you can dial in your speed at the ball.
Okay.
And the boat will always, it'll control the throttle for you and keep you at the appropriate speed. And then you can put it in hunt mode and stuff like that.
That's
So that's it. But yeah, that's all I got for you. If you guys have any questions, feel
So
free
all
to
these
ask.
guys know except me, the name of your store and where it's located.
Lake Michigan Angler in Winthrop Harbor, Illinois.
Okay.
Yep.
Where you wanna go? I see it. That's where you wanna go.
What about the, just again, what about the shore guys? Anything new, different? Because we do have some shore guys that come in.
Well, trying to think.
Other
I
than-
will have yak casting spoons for the shore guys. Now that I'm carrying yak again. So the nice thing about yak casting, I just don't have them yet, but yak casting spoons are silver plated. All the other casting spoons on the market are nickel. So silver plating gives you, it's usually more reflective, especially a little bit deeper. There's a new Nova, I just got in some new Nova rods, the float rods, which are pretty nice. I know I got more stuff for the shore guys, I can't think of it right
Power
now.
line setups?
Power line setups? No. I don't even know where to get that stuff. Yeah, I get asked for it, but I don't know where to get the power line stuff, the big log rubber bands and that.
I just have a hard time finding rubber bands.
Yeah.
I actually got the old trolley too.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got a couple questions online.
Yeah.
One is saying, with that new Fishhawk system, will it pair with the Canon downriggers?
Yes.
Okay, so just like before.
Yep.
And then, what's with the slide diver? Dale, it's your son. Does he know what a slide diver is, or is he asking? Okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the question is, Matthew.
I'll try to describe. I don't even get a picture of the new slide diver, but I'll try to describe it. So if you take a regular diver, the whole fin on top will pop up, and that would take the tension off the line. So the lines would go through the diver. When you push down the fin, that puts the tension on so it stays in place. And then it has like a hook that comes up that you put the line around, and that's the arm that releases, so it's not planing anymore. It's not, like if you see it in person and use it, it probably makes more sense than what I just described. But it is a lot less clunky than the regular slide divers.
Okay. Is that just in a regular size or?
That I can't remember what he told me. He told me all about it in September. So.
Do they have alternative front end weights for it?
That I don't remember either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I use mine a lot, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just going to make different sizes, just like his other divers, where they
Okay.
have like 4 sizes of deeper divers.
Yep.
I'm going to guess that's what he's doing, but we'll find out soon, hopefully. So I thought I would have had some by now, but they weren't available to order yet.
Travis on here says Park Bait downtown sells power lines, or at least they used to. And
Where is that?
Park Bait in the city.
Yeah, down in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. RJ Van Swal, he mentioned earlier he has not gotten meat rigs from Mr. Chrome yet, but possibility.
Yeah, I probably will.
Probably will. Okay. Any other questions online or any other questions from the audience?
Yeah, send them our schedule. And a date.
Oh yeah, March 7th. Yeah, thanks for
Is that the
reminding
free
me.
one?
That's a free one.
Yeah.
March 7th at Lake Michigan Angler starts at 9. That's with Captain Caleb
Yeah.
of Migrator Charters.
I've
He
been
always packs the place.
Wanting to come down to that one.
Yeah, he always gets a big crowd, so I'd get there a little early for a seat because he'll get over 80 people there. And then he's with his buddy Jake from Indiana, Charters down there. So, yeah, Caleb always does a really good presentation. It kind of just goes until people are done asking him questions. It starts at 9. Typically, it winds down around like noon or 1 or so. But it's free, so you can come and go as you please, and heckle him as much as you can. That he'll appreciate that.
Andrew Anderson wants to know how much is the new Fish Hawk and Speed Control? Does Rob sell them?
I don't have them yet. They're not available, but I'm pretty sure they go for $12.50. So they're a little less than the old unit, like the high-end old unit was. But basically what they did, though, they had to redo everything because their transducer company went out of business, so they get a new transducer company. And when they did that, cut on costs, they took out the surface data. Because you don't really need the surface data. We all have it on our sonar, on our GPS, all that. So instead of it making it a $1,500 unit, they made it a little cheaper by eliminating the surface data.
Redundancy.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That was the last question online. Sounds like last in person too.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Mr. Mike, we actually have the monthly membership raffle now. So, as we said before, the 2 that we did earlier were for the early registration, but for every membership meeting, the board voted to buy some different prizes for the members who attend either online or in person. Mike's got
Support
the
our sponsors.
Yeah, and we
encourage you guys to do the same.
Yep. So we've got 3 gift cards. Should we? What did we do last time? Did we go largest to smallest or smallest to largest? You remember? Largest first. All right.
Yeah,
everybody
got
got
all
a
the
shot
tickets
at it.
in there then.
Yeah.
You get the.
You'll put Robbie. We need 3 of them pulled out, one at a time.
Alright.
So for the $100 Lake Michigan Angler gift card.
705, 931.
Oh, 932, son of a gun. Hey! 931? 931, $100 gift card to Lake Michigan Angler. $50 gift card is next.
7:05, 9:45.
Okay, Todd.
This guy just
Guy wins everything.
everything.
Guy wins everything.
Man, all right.
What's your number?
$25, the final gift card.
7:05, 942.
Hey. All three in person this time, okay. All right, so all three gift cards awarded. Again, Rob, thank you for coming out. Yeah, I know it's not too far of a drive anymore, but still happy to have you up here after a long day of work. So. All right, upcoming meetings and events. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're starting to hit the early season for us. First and foremost, our next month's meeting is Shoreman's Roundtable. We initially have 4. I actually almost got a 5th one because somebody who I reached out to and didn't respond for 2 weeks came out of nowhere and shot me a message yesterday, so I happily have them too. But generally, as we hit the spring season, we get the shoremen going and in the river, have a assortment of guys who are going to come out and just open Q&A on that.
Josh,
Yes, sir.
that's the lunch one?
Oh yes, thank you. Again, another thing the board has decided is when we do these roundtables, we're going to do them every 3 months, skipping July because of Salmonorama. But the 3 that we do, we're having food. So whether it be last time, I think we had the wings. Whether it be wings or pizza or something, we will have food for that event.
I will be here for that.
Well, the plowing season will be over, hopefully. SU Illinois Swap Meet. This is another interesting one. If you haven't traveled down to their swap meet before, this year they moved it up to Winthrop Harbor, which is kind of the primary port for a lot of their members, and where they host their fishing tournaments. So there's a community park on 9th Street in Winthrop Harbor, and they're using the community center there for their swap meet in March. You can also sell there if you've got stuff that you want to sell of your own too. They discount it. Our club members are treated like they're club members for the registration fee. So notable. They also have their fin clip. So they volunteer just like we do our Weird Day and things with the DNR. They have a fin clip event down at the Illinois DNR. They go down to their hatchery center and spend about, I think it's like 6 or 8 hours just clipping fins on their fingerlings.
They pay some fuel cost and motel stay the night before.
Oh, do they?
You read, yes, in the write up.
Got it. So, if you're interested, again, reach out to our brethren at SU Illinois. They probably would appreciate the volunteers. And then our April meeting, this one's going to be really fun. Brandon wanted to get back in touch with us with some updates from the DNR. And Kevin Wagner, the lead meteorologist for NOAA Milwaukee, the guy who inaccurately forecasts all of our weather. Yeah, the 2 of them will be coming out for a dual conversation, each with their own topics, but kind of transitions right into that season. And then we start getting into our volunteer events. We get the river cleanup on Saturday, April 18th. Excuse me on that, but it should be the 18th. And we'll meet down at the Weir like we always do. This one we're blasting out to the public, so if we don't have as many members, we've always had a good contingency of members, probably 20, 30, but we're getting like 50 to 60 public volunteers, scouts, other nonprofits.
It's actually got enough that we've almost cleaned from
We down
River Dam
all the way down to the
all the way
lakefront last year.
to the harbor and
Yeah.
cleaned up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to do the same this year. We've got a good, and this came out of that Rotary and the Raymac events. We had a lot of people express interest in signing up for this.
There'll be hot dogs and coffee, hot chocolate, and we'll decide on brats or not yet.
No fish boil this time?
That's at the Weird Day.
That's also the Weird Day.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, in October. And then our swap meet, and these are our vendors who are already committed to coming. So we have 7 that are confirmed RSVPs that'll be here, as well as obviously the outdoor people. Chris Fish Tech will have their cool ass trailer out there if you ever walk through that. But yeah, so our same thing on that meeting. We'll have free pizza while supplies last again. Bring out your stuff. We don't charge an entry fee on ours or a setup fee for selling out in the parking lot. And that is
I got one.
everything I got unless we have announcements.
I got just some tie pins or pins for Salmon Limited, transferable stickers for boat or trailer or whatever. Those are $5 though. And then just our regular one is free.
The classics. Yep.
I have lots of maps and other things that, if you want to take a look at them, and shirts for sale.
The camera.
Oh yeah. Let me jump to the other view just because it's got a full screen. So again, the mini stickers, if you ever want to meet up with Bob, these are, or Jeff, these are free.
Yep.
And then the larger logo stickers, these are $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are, and this thing's like 8 by 10 in size. So, cool. And then again, reminder, Bradley's got still 3 lines. Two lines left, $15 per line for his pull card here. That is for the Jackpot series.
You said, okay. Yeah, just send me the info.
You want a text or you want an email?
You send me a text.
Okay.
Or is email easier for you? Whichever is easier. Text is fine.
Okay, I'll send you a few names.
Okay.
The guy out of Indiana is pretty reasonable. The others are more, that's how they make their living.
Yep.
But the guy out of Indiana,
No, this will be good then.
that's good.
Let me know when you got something for Jackpot.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I've been asking him if he ever called you. So
I don't know, can you
we
write
are
something
trying to update her.
Like this?
Oh, this guy, he asked me if
I'll
I
take
did
some back
web
about like our
development,
what we
and he
do for the
said that
community
you were
and just make a
insisting
short
that I did,
version.
and I said, well, it's just because Jeff wants it. The same way that a man wants a good-looking woman like him.
I actually had a guy in Milwaukee stop me and said our site sucked, and he's such a developer, and it does. We know that. And I gave him my name and everything, but he never got back to me. Never got back to me.
This guy Doug in Indiana, he'll get back to you.
Okay.
I'll text you. I'll do it right now.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
He said, just bring paperwork in. So.
Absolutely. And in terms of like selective things, talk to Jim on the San Marino site because, like you said, they queue into like the kids or trophies or he'll tell you what we got, what we need.
Okay, yeah, but just for like the.
Like for Jackpot, I'll make another one like this and get it tonight.
All right, yeah, do that then.
Yep. Sure.
So, why do you flip fins?
So that they can tell if they're natural spawner.
Oh.
That was the in Illinois and in Wisconsin. There's not really successful spawner. There might be some marginal in Wisconsin.
So it's like a marketing system.
It is. Yep.
Yeah, I'm watching the slide go by and I'm like,
Why bother? In Michigan, they actually they estimate something between 30 and 50% natural respawn. But the reason is their rivers are more gravel and sand, kind of like the Northwest rivers, and the water is cooler because of the tree coverings along their rivers. Where we have more of a silt-based rivers from the farmland, and so our rivers are darker, they're warmer, we don't have successful swine. The rocky bottom isn't there, but in Michigan they have a lot of it, like in Madison.
Identify where the fingerlings go.
That's kind of the hope, is whether to find out if it was a natural or a non-natural, but or a placed.
Same reason that they put tags and rings on ducks and waterfowl.
Yep. Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah, it's all, and they do it all as a.
You guys cover stuff as if everybody knows, and I'm like, why are they?
Honestly, I think they have like a video or pictures that they've done. Maybe I snagged it. Well, no, I mean next winter have the Illinois Club come up and show like that story, because I think that'd be fascinating.
They do a whole animated movie, like Nemo the fish. Like, I got my fins clipped when I was a fingerling. I like the shipwreck thing that you're doing too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious, because there's times when we're out there, my daughter and I notice, like, it's like, why is this one spot?
Yeah.
We had a spot that we called the, what was it? We had the Bermuda Triangle, but one of them we called the Lucky Spot. And there was 2 times where we'd troll over it, catch fish, do a 180, troll over it. It didn't matter what angle. We were like doing like a spiral graph.
For sure, it's a structure.
This was before we had a.
Can you see that on your sonar?
Well, this is before we had a good fish finder. All we had was one. It was like an '80s one that showed little fish shapes.
Okay.
Now we've got a better fish finder. So I'm like, I want to run over with the newer Garmin with the GT56 and see if I see something on the bottom.
Yeah, I used to go out with a guy who guided for crappie in Illinois, and what they would do in the off season is they would sink, they would wrap in wire people's Christmas trees, put rocks in there, and sink them for structure.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he would mark them with his GPS.
Yeah.
So when I'd go out with him, he had 200 waypoints on the lake, and he'd pull up to one and he'd be like, "Yeah, we caught 10 over here last week."
Inland lakes, that's common.
Yeah.
They do that.
But when you said structure, it made perfect sense.
That's it. I'm like, what? In Lake Michigan, what structure do we have? And then I start seeing these shipwreck videos. I'm like, hey. Let me see.
Probably a correlation.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I can.
I started to look at the website, but I couldn't quite tell from the website where the actual things were. And then I started to think, well, how did Josh plot these if they don't tell you where they are?
Let me shut this down, because then I can go to my